because it cultivates, loosens, serrates, aerates, weeds. It does everything for you in one. And so that's where they get the claw, that acronym from. Does everything for you in your garden for $36. It's the Garden Weasel Claw Pro Cultivator with adjustable steel tines, so you can truly tackle any project in the garden. And it comes with comfort grips and a carbon steel handle. So you're getting a little over 3 feet here with this Garden Weasel. There's no colors to choose from. You get your red, and that's it, and it comes to your door and you're ready to go. So we're gonna bring in our guest, Sean Pickford. He is our expert, and he brings us the best DIY products. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. Nice to see you, Sean.
It's great to see you as well. And yeah, this tool is awesome because a lot of you right now are getting into the season where it's time to start planting, start turning over the flower beds, the gardens, and all those other things. And what better way to do it with a multi-versatile tool like this one here, where you can cultivate, you can till the soil, but then you can also adjust the tines smaller so then once the season gets going and you start getting a lot of weeds, you don't have to get down on your hands and knees to get them out. So that's what I really like about this one here.
I love that, and there's no batteries required. It's really just using your own power. And I like that it does so many things for you. Like, I'm new to gardening, so all of these tools, I'm always fascinated because I'm like, I can't believe people have gardened in the past with so many different tools. Now you have one thing that does so many different things and makes your life a bit easier. So I'm all about that.
And especially if you have somewhere that's limited space that you don't have to store, 5 or 6 different tools. So this one's really neat. As you said, it's 38 inches long. It's all powder coated steel. It's made by a company that's been around for over 100 years. Head and hand grips on here. And there's also a little step on the bottom there. So in case your soil is really tough and compacted, you step on that like a shovel, then you just twist and you dig up the soil. So those steel tines go right down in there. They cultivate everything like you saw in the video. And to change it up, it's pretty easy. So there's little screws on the bottom there that you're just going to loosen up, actually on the top when you stand it up. And you change the configuration of the claws where you want to put them. So these little guys right here, they just loosen up. So you determine, all right, I want to take this one off. I want to make it closer. You can do that. So in my case, I'm getting ready to till some of the soil and the mulch, turning it over out in the flower beds. It's supposed to be almost 60 degrees here tomorrow. So it should be really awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Oh my gosh, me too. You and me both, my friend. Now, I have to ask you again, because I'm new to gardening. Why is it important that you can change the tines around? Is it like for different actions that you want to have them either close or far apart?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So in this case, I have them as far apart as they can be. You can see, I'll hold my hand over it and you can see it here. They're really far apart. So when I press down, I'm going to press it down into the soil and I'm going to twist. And when I do that, that turns and it loosens the soil. So you want to be able to get the nutrients. You want to mix things up, especially if you're planting a garden. You want to turn the soil over because all the nutrients that have settled down into the soil, you want to bring it more up to the surface to where your plants are. Once you get the plants in there after a while, you're going to start growing weed. I don't know what it is, but everybody's really good at growing weed. Now, you just turn and basically, loosen up the claws, make it a little closer together. So if you want to do the tilling, but for the weeding, you make it as close as possible. So now you can get between your plants without getting on your hands and knees to get rid of those weeds. And it's the same way of doing it. You just push it in the ground and twist, and we'll actually grab the root and grab the entire weed, not just the top of it, because the claws go down in there. So it does pull out that root. That way your weeds don't come back.
Wow. So you don't, gone are the days where you have to get down on your hands and knees and be pulling out the weeds. And this is magical.
Right. And you don't want to use chemicals around your flowers or especially your gardens and stuff like that. So this is a better way to do it. So leave it to Garden Weasel, again, a company that's been around for over 100 years, to come up with a better way to make a multi-tool. So I don't need a shovel. I don't need a tiller. I don't need a weeder. It's all in one by just configuring the different pins or the different claws as to where you need them, depending on the task that you're doing. And it only takes a few seconds to loosen them up and tighten them down. You can even just do it hand tight. So that's the cool thing about this one.
Wow. Okay, so you can cultivate, loosen, aerate, and weed. So that's where you get that
Right.
acronym CLAW. You do all of that for $36 right here in
Yeah.
a space-saving tool. So you don't need everything, that you've used before. You have everything that Sean was talking about in one place for $36. You don't have to pick a color. You don't have to worry about
No.
plugging anything in. It's just your
No. No
own
maintenance.
power, no maintenance, so easy. The tines are movable. So depending on the job you're doing, you can move these guys. And based on my history, Sean, of putting things together and taking them apart, I'm not going to touch that.
That's the great thing. There's zero learning curve on this one, so you really can't make a mistake.
Oh,
So when it comes to doing that, you can't make a mistake. It's easy to do.
well,
So
then I'm
just
in.
put them. Yeah, and the instructions are really good with these too. That's what I like about it. So there's no guesswork.
That's great.
It just makes it easy. You can see even my tines here, they may look a little older. Mine's 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Okay? I just rinse it off with the garden hose when I'm done. So they're still really sharp. I've had them in soil. I've had rocks in there and all kinds of stuff. Doesn't matter. It's a really well put together quality tool that's going to last you season after season after season. Right now, I love it for, tilling and cultivating the soil. But later in the year, it saves my back from getting down and getting all those weeds. So even the dandelions in your yard, you want to get rid of them, this does a great job on the dandelion.
I love this. Like I said, I'm new to gardening, but my husband and I would always pull weeds. I mean, you don't need to garden to know about weeds. And I can't tell you how bad my back would hurt, and he has back issues already, and we would be doing it for an hour and be like, we need to take a break. And so it would make the whole process take like weeks. And if we had this, it would have taken less time. We wouldn't have aching back. So I love that this kind of takes that stress away. It makes things easier for you. So if you're looking for a one-stop shop, this is it. $36 gets this home. $12 on Easy Pay. M89022. It comes with your 3-position tines, and it just comes to you in a box, Sean.
Right.
And then you just have to put the tines on. Is that the setup?
Yeah, you just put the tines where you want them, whether it's in the wide pattern, the medium, or the close together. So you determine what you're going to do. And again, it's just little thumb screws that are on here that you're going to be able to do that. So you don't need any special tools. You just loosen it up. You determine, okay, if I want to put the tine in a different place. So you go ahead and you unscrew that. You take the tine out, okay? And then there's different configurations as to where you can put it in. There's little square holes on the bottom.
Oh,
So
okay.
and even in the diagram that comes with your instructions, we'll show you how to put them in the different configurations.
And I like that you have the comfort grips on the handle as well, so it's really just comfortable to use, because again, you're using your own body weight and you're powering this. So you get comfort, you get everything that you need right here for $36. It cultivates, loosens, aerates, weeds. It does all the things that Sean was talking about. I need to get one of these as I'm getting into gardening. I feel like this is 100% a must-have. So if you got nothing else in this show, get this home. The value's unbelievable, $36.
Yeah, it is.
800-500-7590. Anything else you want to say, Sean?
It's a great tool. It's a quality tool from a company that's been around for over 100 years. So great warranty that comes with it as well. You won't go wrong with this one. You'll really like the way it works for you.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Sean. Over 100 orders have been placed already. Wow, that hour went really fast. All right, well, stay tuned because we have 2 hours of Roberta's Unique Gardens coming up next. So we'll be right back.
Hey gang, are you tired of those paper plates letting you down? Even when you double them up and they fold like a burrito? You don't have to worry about that anymore. This is the Great Plate 12-piece nestable round food and beverage set. You're getting 6 10-inch plates and 6 20-ounce cups. They're great for parties, barbecues, and they are also great for holding your food with one hand. Do you want to shake hands? Do you want to read a book? Do you want to send text messages? You can do it all